if y'all new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Every like, share, comment, and subscription goes a long way. I really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. It helps my channel grow. It creates exposure, all that stuff. So I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all just, I'm never too big. I'll never be too big to be able to receive any type of wisdom or comments or suggestions, advice. I'm all ears, man. I'm all ears. But that being said, my brother's a Rucci dealer. He's able to get the wheels. Definitely tap in with me or him. I'll probably try to drop his information in the description. But yeah, we've had these posters up a long time, and I really ain't even advertised that we even be getting wheels. So yeah, I need to get back on it. So yeah, I'm a Forgiato guy though. Rest in peace, D-Man. But you know, I used to have a pair of Forgies, but he's trying to persuade me into telling everybody that, hey, Rucci's is the way to go. But I guess. Anyways, let's get to it, man. We got some painting to do today. Last night, we primed. Let me make sure we locked up. Locked up. All right, cool. That's locked. All right, bet. All right, so last night, we primed the door. We finished up the body work on the doors. Both doors are pretty much done. I do not plan on blocking them out or flattening them or anything like that. I didn't see hardly any imperfections. So let's dive into it. For the ones that are new to the channel, yes, we did go ahead and jam everything on this 84 C10. Painted the back wall, painted the dash. Then the dash was installed yesterday. Of course, everything was painted under here. If you haven't seen it already, the ones that are new to my channel, go ahead and look at the previous videos just to kind of get an idea of what we've done so far. Now, today, we are going to be, I'm gonna cut this. Let me turn that TV. All right. Today, we're gonna be flipping the doors over and prepping up these jambs for paint. Now, the purpose of doing this is so that it's a clean, flat, non-oversprayed finish. I can spray the doors. Hell, that's how I pretty much started in the backyard. I can spray the doors with the with the doors on, and have it look like I sprayed it with taking the doors off. Damn near. Of course, if you go in there trying to look for it, you'll be able to kind of tell, but you get a cleaner finish. It's more time. You should be charging more. If speaking from a body shop's perspective, it's time consuming. You have to disassemble, take off a lot of stuff. So yeah, this part is pretty cool, pretty simple, pretty easy. These doors are, ooh wee. Oh man, go look. If you're new to the channel, go look at how much damage, how bad and how rough the doors were. They were in pretty bad shape. I will be honest, because my channel is transparent. I will definitely let you know my mistakes. I will show most of my mistakes. I will talk about my mistakes. I'll talk about finances. I'll talk about all of that, everything, just so that you know that everything that you see on the internet isn't always golden. I really don't like I'm not gonna say don't like a lot of channels, but you only see the good on the channel. You only see good on TV. You only see, unless you watch the news. But anyway, I should have charged more. Look, the owner like, man, shut up. Nah, just like, we already talked about it, man. He's selling the truck. The truck is for sale. But yes, so this is one of those situations where you actually have to dig into the metal, dig into it, block it, take the time out. But this is a major learning experience for me. It's why I be so, chill about it. Like, all right, bet next time, before I take another classic car or a truck, what I'll do is have to charge additional to dissect and diagnose and do a estimate on it, because you can look at it, you can do it, but that's why you got to leave your window kind of open, which I did. I told him it was going to be a little more than what we initially shook hands on. But what I'm saying is, you will literally have to block the truck, block the car. You're going to literally have to do some work on it before you could just actually give a flat number. And even months, even a couple weeks in, it still might fluctuate. Because like I said, I thoroughly, rubbed the vehicle, felt it. Yeah, okay, I feel some low spots. It's got a little waviness to it, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, we'll hit you for X, Y, and Z. All right, bet. Get the sanding on it, and it's like, I'm seeing some stuff. Get the blocking on it. I'm seeing more stuff, and then get the pulling and tapping, and it's a little longer than expected, and then you get the, that perfection starts kicking in, and then you start having crispy, buttery lines like that. You don't feel anything. You probably put at least 5 coats of primer on there to build that up, and so you can block it out, get it flat, clean. You got your 2-foot block and you're blocking it, and now we're gonna, sand it down, block it down with some 220, then we'll chase it with some 320 and then seal it, and then or all the way to 600, whatever you desire, whatever you aim for, whatever you are most comfortable with. But these doors are freaking flat. They are flat, and I'm loving the way I see it. I don't see any imperfections at all, and we're looking for it. We're kind of hoping to see some type of imperfections. And I mean, of course we're not, but you want to catch it now before you actually start spraying. But like I said, before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and just flip these doors over, because what we'll do is we'll go ahead and paint it, crisp it up. Because I don't want to do the body. I don't want to block it out, get it all smooth and sand it, and then flip it over and then work on the backside, and it sits for a day and a half before we put it on. So we're going to go ahead and flip it over, paint it, get it all crispy, cleared and all that, slap the doors on, and then I will block it one good time, make sure the doors is lined up, make sure my edges is lined up. We'll do the same thing with the hood. The backside of the hood is already painted. Now, what I should have done was the same thing with the doors, but got a little ahead of myself. Ended up finishing all the body work on the hood, finished up the top side, the back side. So we painted it, and we'll flip it back over and make sure. I mean, we got it padded. Now you can use. So we got bubble wrap under here, under the towels. And then, we did have our floaties, the little foam floaties, but of course they get wear and torn down. All right, so we'll flip that over. I don't want to paint the hood or the doors, the outside of the door, until it's all assembled. We'll shoot it all at the same time, including the bed. Paint these back sides of the doors, slap them on the truck, slide the bed over here, tighten up on the bodywork, weld some holes, make it really crisp. Now we got all the angles right here, so we really gotta dedicate a good day on that bed to make sure that it's solid. Like, that's where all your angles are. You got your body lines, you got your curves, you got your rounds, you got your flat tops where you step on, you got the inserts for the tail lights, you got your marker lights, you'll have, and you got the inside. We gotta butter this up. I know what to look for, I know what I'm aiming for, but we cannot spend too much time on it because we're on a budget. This is not an hourly build. That is an hourly build. This is a flat rate. Two big differences. Flat rate, you shake hands on it, cool. You can kind of discuss on more work that you want to do, like the dash. We didn't hit them for the dash or anything like that, because that's just a part of me. That's a part of my brand. That's a part of my shop. It's some things I can't settle with. It's some things that I want to put a little bit more time and integrity to. Now, hourly build, it takes a lot longer. You might see it sitting in the background. You might see another hourly build sitting in the background. A lot of those things have, scheduled times to, okay, today's Wednesday, we have it at a 10-hour day. Oh, okay, today's Tuesday, we got it only at a 3-hour day. So anyways, let's go ahead and get ready to get some paint mixed up. Well, not yet. Look, I'm getting too excited. Let's flip these doors over, and then we'll start the sanding process. Let's get it. All right, so these door jambs aren't too bad. Ah! I lied. We're gonna have to clean them up. Mind you, can't spend too much time on it. We're gonna clean them up. A lot of this is surface rust, and a lot of this is going to be the paint peeling, chipping. So on an hourly build, like I said, we've discussed it a few different times. You would initially clean up this. This is the seam sealer right here. This is the seam all the way down, all the way across. Getting them better than factory is going to be like more of a custom hourly build. But we'll take this off. And we're gonna clean some of this up though. Remember that integrity part I was telling you about? Yeah, the doors is already off, they're here. And yeah, we'll tighten up on it. See, look at this right here. So we'll take our air blower at 120 pounds and we'll blow as much as we can off of it. And then we'll also, see here that? See, you don't start examining this part. Now, I'll take my notes next time. Next time, I said, learning. I'm learning with y'all. And some of y'all that have never worked on a car, that'll leave a comment with all the, you know, the jibber. I know y'all have more experience than I do. I know y'all do. Never touched a car, classic car, but we'll be quick to leave a comment. Like, you're terrible. I love it though, man. That's what keep me going. You think God didn't have critics? This man performed miracles. People still said he was X, Y, and Z, yada, yada. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna actually drop it down to like some 120. And no, we'll have to 80 some grit. We'll have to 80 grit some areas. It's still early. All right, yeah, man, we'll buzz it down, man. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Just a little bit of surface rust, a little bit of cracking. So we're gonna take care of that. And if we need to just fiberglass or wipe some areas just to kind of get it smooth, now nobody's gonna be really focused on the bottom of the car, bottom of the door. Yeah, but one of those things, man, I'm just like, you know what? It's here, it's apart. Everything else is 320. We're buzzing it down and sealing it. I'm a durability type of person. Some people will shoot it straight at 600. Some people probably buzz over it with some 600 immediately because it's painted. You're not dealing with any rust. You're not dealing with any chipping or anything like that, especially in this area. This is fairly smooth. This is fairly doable. You could get away with the 600, but I like to start off something low just in case, tear off any extras on there. Especially this is surface rust. We do have some rust coming through here. Now, mind you, you don't have to be too panicked about seeing rust. It's if it's through it. Surface rust is not a big deal. Surface rust is just dirty shit. I mean, well, hold on. Let me not cuss. Have I been cussing through here? I think I have. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. It's just, you know. Anyways. Ah! Damn. Yeah, I'm charging him extra. That hurt. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. We got our sandpaper over here. We'll dive at it with some 80 grit. Let's get it. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get set up. Shabloinks. Zoom y'all back out. Got our air hose. Boom. Look, here we go, y'all. I know y'all seen it in the last video. We had to change it. We went ahead and changed it out. We'll see how long this lasts. I changed it out the day before yesterday, so we'll just see. We'll just see. It is cold. All right, got some 80 grit over here. All right, it's a little sloppy, man. I've been in here by myself for a while. Haven't been able to clean up. And then we just pushed out. Did I show y'all that van? It was a van over here in the last. I think it was a van over here. We sprayed the whole top of that and took care of that. Took care of some rust and stuff, and now we got it out of the way. So we got some cleaning to do. Disregard. Somebody said something about my extension cords and stuff like that. I didn't think the cords was bad, man. Come on, blood. Player. Anyways, let's get to it. So we got our 150 gold. This cut's pretty cool. Not too bad. Some might cut pretty cool. 2 different brands. Like I said, I'm not really a brand type of person like that. So I don't gotta have a certain brand. If it's cutting, it's cutting. If it's laying down, it's laying down. Then I'll ask about the numbers later. Like $10 for a gallon of clear? Shit. All right. I mean, shoot. My bad. I don't cuss a lot. I'll be back. All right, like I said, we got 150 grit. I'm cool with that. We'll buzz it down and get it really good. And then we'll chase it with some 320 in those areas. And then these rough areas, we'll hit it with the 80 grit, knock all that surface rust, get it as flat as possible. Excuse me. And if we need to wipe anything, we'll wipe it. But for the most part, I don't really see anything that we really got to wipe. The biggest thing is getting rid of the rust and getting it feather edged, getting it smooth as possible. And that paint is going to build up for those maybe chunky metal areas, because now that's metal work. We're more so focused on the paint, and if the metal work is just too bad, then we'll just throw a little glaze over, throw a little Bondo, or throw a little bit of whatever you want to use. Just get it smooth, feather edge it. We got our alcohol static rags. Some good stuff right there. That's what we got. Yep. All right, so we're gonna wipe this bad boy down. So we sanded it down with some 150 for some rough areas. I just went ahead and went over the whole thing. And then we sanded it down with some 320. You can seal over 320. Sometimes I did go with the, where we at? Where you at? 400 grit over the areas that we would see on a typical daily basis when you're in and out of a truck or a car. So these areas right here got hit with some 400. So I hit 180, 150, 320 to 400. Just cause I want it smoother. And now we're wiping it down with the alcohol rag. This is going to clean up and it's going to prevent, lint from landing on it. For the most part, at least it tries to. We're gonna paint the whole door except for the handle, of course. Typically, when you open your door panel, even factories, even sometimes in the factories, they don't spray the whole door. They'll literally leave one area primered and then the rest of it is painted. Especially if the door panel stops right here. A lot of the times I've opened door panels and they only painted it. And you could see where they stopped. They didn't even take the time. They didn't hard line it or anything. They just literally just faded it. Cause your, components and stuff is right there. And nobody's really inside the door unless you're working on it. But, they're not gonna do that. So some people do, some people don't. I'm gonna go ahead and paint the whole door. Hell, we did the whole dash. And the dash covers up 90% of it. So the dash pad covers up at least 60% of it. So we're gonna go ahead and paint the whole door. And I think it'll look great. Now this area, you still kind of see some rust. We sanded it down. We took a wire brush to it as well. And now what we're going to do is we'll spray some rust prep. It actually stops the rust. This is about $30, $40 a bottle, somewhere around there. It's great stuff, So strong as well, really strong. Then we will seal it with the rust killer. So we'll seal it. The DTM as well, direct to metal. We got some bare metal spots. So what I did was also sanded it, scuffed it up with some Scotch-Brite as well to get in my little pockets and grooves that my sandpaper or DA couldn't get to, because you want to make sure that paint sticks. Now, not only that, we're going to take some of our Bulldog adhesion promoter that is over there, and we're going to do a dust coat over the edges, because typically those areas peel. Those areas chip. Those areas are less durable. Especially like here, even, you look how rough and, jagged these edges and creases are. So I want to just ensure that is going to stay on there and stick. We sanded it. We took our time. This door took about an hour. So with that adhesion promoter, it'll just give me the peace of mind, like, okay, yeah, that ain't chipping, that ain't fading, it ain't doing nothing. We got the proper chemicals, we got the proper material on there, so we're good. And it just, durability. My biggest thing lately is durability. So I think we're good to go, man. We're gonna go ahead and I'll do this second door. Ain't no sense of showing y'all exactly how to do this door. This door was just as worse. We're gonna do the same preparation for the surface rust, and then we'll go ahead and have them both pulled aside, and then we'll seal this bad boy black. I do have some gray. We're running out of sealer, so I'm gonna just go ahead and use my on-the-shelf sealer primer. So we'll do as much as black as we can, if there's any. So yeah, man, because what I did yesterday, the doors are gray. I used my primer so I could stretch it. So we used his DTM, the rust killer, and then I put my 5-star high build primer on there, because I knew I was gonna be blocking. And I wanted the, you know, the primer to be pretty thick. That way I got some room to work with. So other than that, man, I'll cut y'all back on when we getting ready to load up. All right, I had to take a little break, man. I was 2.5 hours out here standing on these. Okay, all right. We got our rust. This one was, woo! Yeah, that rust killer is, that wherever that spray is. We're letting it cook. We're letting it simmer in there. Like I said, you can take a rust. Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and try it. We'll use this bristle brush just to kind of brush it in there, you know. We did this on the other one. It just wasn't wet. Now that that is pretty much brushed in there, let's not panic, guys. I know y'all gonna, some of your critics be like, y'all painting over us and well, relax. That's the point of the rust killer. Okay. I want to get it a little bit better than that. Some people use WD-40 and spray it and then try to scrub it off. But I think what we use is going to be, it's going to do the job. So let's go find that bottle. Remember, whatever floats your boat. We got the rust killer epoxy primer / sealer. Or this. This will allow you to be able to spray over it. You still want to sand it down, get it as smooth as possible, or up to your desire. But I think this is definitely good enough. Now we're still going to seal it. We're still going to lay our use our sealant gun, and we're going to seal it, flatten it, close it up. So we'll get ready to spray our sealer, seam sealer, all the way across, and that will just keep that water from, you know, coming back in there. So it'll be ready to spray in about 10 minutes. So we'll let this kind of dry up. Hit like one more coat. Just let it sit in there, just to be sure. And then we have some gray. So he grabbed black and gray so you got the black rust killer, and then you have the DTM. You have the direct to metal sealer. So we'll just spray this area right here with the primer, and we'll let it sand. We'll let it dry, sand. I'm not about to show all that. We'll just get it done. That way we can see some paint. We'll let it sand. We'll let it dry, sand it. Shoot the sealer on top of it, and then the sealer will be gray. And then we'll shoot the black base, and then we'll shoot the blue candy and clear it. And be done with the doors. Let these bad boys cook up, and then let the doors sit about an hour and a half. Pull them out. Ooh, we could pull them outside. Yeah. We'll pull these doors outside. Take a look at it. Slide that bed over here. Lift the bed over here, and then finish the bed. So once we finish the bed, now we mashing the gas. This is why a paint booth is so important. You can make it happen without a paint booth, but it'll save you from having to do all of this sanding and painting in the same area is really a no-go. But we working with what we got until we are blessed enough to have it. But right now, I ain't got $2,500, $3,500, $8,500 for a paint booth. I do have an inflatable one, but I promise you, I fought. I was fighting and did a lot of fighting with painting in there, and it just wasn't, it was too much of a hassle. It was much easier outside of it than painting inside of it. I dealt with a lot of fish eye. I dealt with a ton of overspray, fighting the hoses, the space. It was a big ass paint booth, but it was much simpler spraying it right here. So we're gonna blow all of this up against the wall. So how I typically do it, I hit everywhere, blow it all in one corner. Ooh, that's dirty. Then I'll cut y'all back on once we get it pretty decent enough to spray. All right, man, we got it sprayed. Got a little bit of sealant. Only had a little left. It's a little sloppy, but it'll hold. All right, man, let's go ahead and get it sprayed. Ain't no sense. Ain't got to make it look pretty, but all right. Now the gaps is filled in. Now what we'll do is we're gonna dust a little bit of dust coat on here. It's gonna hit our first coat. We're not gonna hammer it. It's still a little cool, so we're not going to hit the typical or the average type of coat that you would see most painters spray in a paint booth or in a warmer environment. So I'm just gonna do a little light. I don't like my pattern. Okay, there we go. It's like we're just doing a fade first. You don't have to have a crazy pattern or a specific type of pattern. We're just getting it on there. We're just getting it covered. Don't let everybody, oh, you have to shoot it this particular way. This is the base. And it's black. So a little bit higher. I don't have a regulator on here, so I kind of go based off the sound. Now again, this is the base coat for the candy. This particular candy requires a black base coat. You could get a different tone out of it if you shot it with like a silver or a gold. Those are the typical base coat for candy. Silver, gold, black. I'm just kind of giving something for that paint to stick to. Yes, this can ruffle up the smoothness and the like the texture. You know, it's not going to be as flat as it would be as if you were shooting at a normal coat. Now, what I mean is, how you lay it down can sometimes, a lot of the times, determine how it's gonna look texture-wise. But I'm not too concerned about how it's gonna look because it's just the door panel. I mean, it's just the inside of the door, mainly that we're spraying. And I'm pretty confident in how I spray and my techniques. So, if you don't do it right, what I'm saying is you can dry shoot it, and by the time you dry shoot it and put some paint on it, now it's kind of gritty. Now when you lay the clear coat down, it's even more gritty, and now you really got to color sand and buff it because you're fighting orange peel, you're fighting craters, and you're fighting, you know, texture. But guarantee for sure that this is going to come out immaculate. It's going to be coming out pretty damn smooth. It's going to look great. This is just a thing that I've been doing for a while. There's been times where I've tried to spray it like if I was in an actual paint booth and lay it down like my first coat medium wet and then wet. And majority of the time I don't have reactions, but when I do, I get extremely pissed off and be like, damn, I should have just did it the way I normally do it since I've been doing it in the backyard. So this is kind of like a habit as well. Now I've had people come in, I've had like my bro or another one of my brothers come in and spray because he's worked at a, facility with the paint booth and the right controlled environment and try to apply those methods here, and it didn't work. And he's a great ass painter. He's got probably 5 years on me with the automotive painting experience, and he's come in here and like, damn, like, I don't see what I did wrong. And I'm like, yo, it's the environment, it's the conditions, it's the open area. You're not in a booth, you don't have the proper ventilation. All of those things play a factor. So yeah, so we'll kind of let it flash out, then we'll go ahead and hit our regular coat. So yeah, got the jet black. Gonna get this whole thing completely covered, let it flash out for about 15-20 minutes, let those toxins, let the vapors release. Remember what I said? 1-to-1. This thing is 1-to-1. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, 1-to-1 column. First part, paint. Port it up to the 6. Take the reducers up to the next one. finger, push at the bottom up just a little bit. Push that air out. Alright, y'all. How we looking? Just the base coat. Well, it look like we got clear coat already on there. That look good, man. This is by far one of my favorite blues. Not gonna lie. I sprayed some candy blue from House of Colors. Sprayed some candy blue from Tamco. I sprayed some candy blue from a few different candy blues from HQ Auto Paint. This one, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's something a little different because it's shifting into like a purple. If you look at it from here, and you look at it from there, some different blues. But this is the second coat. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more coat, and then I'm gonna do a drop coat. I'm gonna let those metallics lay on top of the paint. Yeah, she off ahead. Right by the leak. I'm gonna go to 4 to 1. Let it get it. I'm gonna take it all the way up to the 10. There we go. Bing. So we had this 10 on the 4 to 1 column. And then we'll take the activator as soon as I find it. Where you at? There you are in the back. Go ahead and put our lid on the all right. Got our 4 to 1 clear. Show clear. All right, remember what I said? We're on the 4 to 1 column. We at the 10. We're gonna go to the next 10. All righty. There we go. Got the WS400 Iwata. If you are really comfortable with painting and you don't have one of these, you need to get one. This is a monster. Like this lay down some clear, so flat, so smooth. It itemizes great. The controls are great. I'm gonna turn that air pressure down some. It's a little dusty, but it's got a purple section. You can kind of see it. So we got the red is just below the red. We want to be at that, what is it, the 20, in between 20 to 28, 29 PSI. Anywhere in between that, that's what this gun is pretty much built to be at. Beast, 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 beast. So I got my fluid, so watch this. If I go in, see the pattern? I'm gonna pull my thumb down just a little bit, one stroke. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So not closed, not closed. We like right before. So we're one thumb flick away from having it damn near dialed in almost all the way. That's where I'm at. So let's get it. Start off on this side just to see how it's laying down. I'm gonna watch my wet line. This is how you figure out your gun. So I'm like 6 to 8 inches. All right, so yeah, I could definitely go a little bit more fluid and a little slower. Now we're laying down some clip. Now we're laying down some clip. All right, cool. It's gonna rock with it. I like to rock it. Sheesh. Look at that, boy. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna wrap my hose around my face. All right, here we go. There we go. My bad, y'all. You can do it either way. You can go left to right, go up and down. Just have fun with it, man. Don't let nobody tell you you gotta have a certain pattern. Have fun with it. Of course, try to aim for like a 50-50 overlap, just to kind of keep it even, but let's keep going. Let that clip hole get there whenever you're kind of reaching. Let it get there. It's okay to go over a few areas again. All right. Only because we're not hitting it the typical way that a lot of painters typically do it at, you know. So this is my way. This is my comfortability of doing it. Sheesh, you guys are not seeing what I'm seeing. I promise y'all not. Like I'm looking at my phone, and then I'm looking at it through my eyes, and I see about 3 different blues. It's beautiful, man. It's nice. So if we're hitting it how you would typically do it, and I say that as when I watch a lot of painters. Yeah. Woo, that was a little heavy. That was a little heavy, but it's wet. All right. There we go. Let's speed up a little bit. There we go. Because I got my fan and fluid all the way open. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and close this just a little. No, let's open it up some more. My bad. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. Which means, okay, yeah.
So typically, like boom, one solid stroke. It's just more uniform, but I like it when I'm just locked in and doing me. Boom. Alright. This is just me doing me. I love it. I love it. Just having some fun with it. There we go. Yes, sir. Oh, wow.
All right, let's take a look at the consistency. Did I say that right? So we're looking for it to be kind of stringy in a sense, but this is damn near too far dry. It's been about 20 minutes. So you really don't want to wait this long. It's supposed to be stringy. I can damn near, yeah. Let's go ahead and hit this now. All right, so we got the bed in the booth as of now. We got quite a bit of body work to do. We got some holes to fill in. We got this big hole to fill in. We're gonna tighten up on this plate right here. Put a plate right there and block it. We're gonna be doing a lot of blocking. My brother's working on the hinges for the tailgate. Yeah, so I got the doors outside. They're baking in the sun right now. We're gonna check it out in the sun here in just a bit. But this is the only thing that's left that's kind of keeping us from being able to paint the whole truck. So we are almost done. This will more than likely be in the next video. I don't want the videos anymore really longer than an hour and a half. But yeah, definitely getting somewhere. We're on the last thing that we gotta do, pretty much bodywork wise, before we can spray. So like I said, the doors are done, the jambs are done. So we'll put the doors on the truck, we'll put the hood on the truck, we'll finish up the bodywork on this, prime it. Everything else has already been primered. Once this is completed, bodywork wise, and the hinges are on, we'll take the hinges back off just for the test fit, and then we'll prime this, block it, make it all real flat and good. And then we'll line everything up. We'll nose the truck in over with the doors on. We'll cover up the back, the frame, cover up the wheels, tape it how like we did when we first initially primed it, and we'll hit everything at the same time. So what I'll more than likely do is I don't know yet, because I would like to walk it. So this bed is gonna have to be behind the truck somehow, some way. But I want it as close as possible. That way we're making sure. Now this is candy. The jams are exceptional, it's fine. But when you're doing the candy on the outside of the vehicle, you wanna make sure that you are same distance, same pattern, same technique, all the way to the front to the back. You wanna walk it. We're not doing panel to panel. We wanna walk it. So other than that, y'all stay tuned. We still got a little bit of body work to do on the bed, and then we'll cut y'all on in the next video. Hopefully we had it already body worked up and whatnot. So y'all stay tuned, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Let's go check it out outside. right, man. Tell me what y'all think. This thing is pretty much good to go. We let it sit in the sun. We lost some sunlight, but she's completed. Look damn good. We hit about 4 coats of blue, and then we hit about 3 heavy coats of clear. Came out A1. Y'all haven't already hit the subscribe button, man. It's your boy Bezo with Wheels. What we'll do now is let this dry, let it sit, put the doors back on the truck. We'll put the hood back on the truck, and then we'll spray the entire truck. Now we still got some body work to do on the bed. So we're putting the bed in position so that we can jump on it, knock out as much as we can. So that is it, man. The body work on the back side, the front side of the doors are completed. Yeah, man, I'm excited. Definitely more progress every day. If y'all haven't already, hit the subscribe button so y'all can stay tuned in with this build. This truck is for sale. This gorgeous blue, man, y'all have no idea how much this color shifts, because not on camera it hasn't done anything. You don't see no justice. So in person it's amazing. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with me. Drop a comment, tell me what y'all think about this color. If y'all are interested in buying the truck, let me know. But we are officially done with the doors, at least the insides of them. So yeah, appreciate y'all watching, man.